I always say this is one of those, if you look at companies like, uh, if you look at companies like the freight brokerages that are out there, they're they're working with Fortune 500 companies, but they're also working with mom and pop trucking companies. And and you have to, obviously the cybersecurity has become more important. We'll probably touch on that before we end today, but uh, freight fraud, all these other issues, and you go, yeah, this is the technology just has to, the bar just gets higher and higher and higher. It's just happened so quickly. I've said this uh, years ago. You probably experienced this too. You go to work and you go, oh, I work on this system that makes me, you know, hit F8 to go to here. Oh, there's another, you go to the cost screen, Joe. I don't even know there is a cost screen. Yeah, you got to hit F8 shift. It'll take you there. And then after a while, I would notice, hey, the technology I have at home on my computer and then eventually on my phone was so good. And I was, somebody said to me, it's consumer grade. And now I feel like consumer grade technology is what we have at work because we won't tolerate anything less. After you use the after you use the Uber app or the Domino's app, and then you go, wait a sec, what do you mean I got some clunky screen that I have to go to? No extra steps, nothing that's not intuitive, no training required.
Yeah, exactly. And what's interesting in our space is that the adoption curves, like for each of these segments, is very different. So like carriers they'll download an app and just start using it. So if it's a better experience, more seamless, you've got more freight, whatever makes it the product, like the value prop better, you can convert drivers very quickly because there's no friction in that process, which is also why like the consumer market is so hyper competitive because consumers will just download an app and use it. And so you have to meet a certain bar. And that's also from why the Convoy app has been so successful is it is this consumer, very highly refined app from a carrier engagement. If you move up the chain, brokers are pretty quick to switch tech because it also is a very competitive space and they're in the middle. So they're getting squeezed. So they're always looking for options, but it's also very sales driven. So you have some very conservative driven. I mean, it is still a relationship sales driven industry. So you do have some conservative activism and approach to tech among certain pockets, and you always face that in conversations. But then you move up to shippers, and they don't have a lot of extra capital. Their tech replacement cycles are very low. Typically, the transportation departments just don't have huge budgets to go invest in tech, and the tech is so complicated because it's integrated in the ERP that they tend to be the laggards in terms of new tech because there's just so many systematic constraints to push that.